The only thing that's going to help you win, okay? The only thing that's going to help you win is your mindset. Your will to survive. Your will to stay fighting. Okay? Whether you know how to throw a punch or a kick or release yourself from a lock or whatever, that's all very beneficial. Okay? But in the end, if you don't carry that mindset, you're Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that we give a if you know how to punch or do anything in there?
No,
as
sir.
long as you have resiliency and you fight through it, that's what we're looking for. First and foremost. So, my point here is this. While training the martial arts or combat arts is a great vehicle, it is not the only vehicle. You must train your mind, okay, constantly, and you must sharpen it, because there's a big difference, and listen to me very, very, very clearly, specifically you jiu-jitsu guys, when you have your family with you and you get into a hyper-violent situation. I promise you right now that the last place you want to go and be on the ground. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Why do you think that is?
Stay on the ground, you stay on the ground.
Who the is protecting your family at the moment that you're on the ground?
Nobody.
Well, guess what? Most guys at jiu-jitsu will say, well, I have the guy contained in a great position. Well, what about if there's another guy? But I will tell you that I have studied active shooter scenarios. I have studied robberies inside and out from all over the world, and it's never just one guy. It's usually minimum of 3 guys. So the question is this. You're on the ground doing your thing, containing this guy, neutralizing him. What happens to your family? Okay? So watch it. All right? Keep your head on a swivel. Understand your environment. Okay? As I write my book and I go into deeper and deeper into specific chapters, okay, regarding the mindset and your awareness, right? It's not only having self-awareness, right? It's having situational awareness. It's having spatial awareness, right? Time, distance, where we are, location, all that. Super important, right? We all know that if we're gonna go on the ground with somebody in the middle of a concrete, heated area, it's not gonna feel like so comfortable landing on the mat, right? Dynamics, you fall in rocks, you trip, you're trying to throw somebody, you slip, you fall, what happens, man? You're out of commission, right? So the idea here is this. I'm not saying there is a better martial art or a worse martial art. What I'm saying here is this. You must train, you must hone yourself, but at the same time, you have to be realistic, and you have to understand that protecting your family, your loved ones, another person next to you is a big, big deal. If you're going out there and you're going to a bar and you're fighting and trying to defend yourself against a dude that's gonna go after you in a bar, let me give you a little tip. You're not a man of war, and you're not a dude in the man of war society. You're not a made man in the man of war society. We don't go to bars to get drunk, and that's not what we do. You're in the wrong. You're barking up the wrong tree here. Okay, we live warrior-minded lives. We're disciplined. Okay, we do everything that we can to walk that path, to continue walking a very strong path. But it is up to you whether you want to do this, whether you want to start living, because when you leave here, it's not like, well, I'm going to go back to my old ways, because you'll be kicked out of the society in 2 seconds. There is accountabilities, there are measures, there is accountability checks, all that. This is not for everybody. I'm just telling you right now. The men that are in this society are high-level dudes. And what I mean by high-level dudes, I'm talking about dudes that are operating at an entirely different level than you are. I'm telling you right now. So, when you're defending your family, and when you are in a position of defending your family, you have to be sharp, you have to be ready. You can't be dicking around, you can't be out in somewhere else. You have to be present, right? In the warrior matrix, one of our most important components is mushin, right? The state of being present, right here, right now. Understanding what's here, not being in la la land, but being right here, right now. I can go and tell you specific situations that I have been in that if I had been in La La Land, I would have been dead. Working undercover, doing narcotics buys, spending a year inside the VA medical center, seeing all these motherfuckers, how they ripped off our country. Okay, doing that I can be, I was made multiple times, specifically one time where I had to fight for 20 seconds and it seemed like it was at least 2 minutes. I swear to God that clock was wrong on that video. Okay, it seemed like I was fighting for my life after this guy made me and tried to take my gun away inside a vehicle. So if you don't know how to defend yourself and you don't have a clue, I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you, but you're not a warrior-minded man. You're not living the warrior life, okay? So what we're going to give you here now is not something that you're going to say, well, wow, this is everything I need. No way. This is just something that we're going to throw at you so at least you can take something away from here, okay? Basic fundamentals. Fundamentals of control, of disengagement, fundamentals of distancing, of acknowledging when you are being attacked, how you position your family, what you do, especially when it has to do with positioning yourself in between a bad guy and your family. So let's start talking real quick here, okay?